Hey everybody, how's it going? My name's Ryan, and joining me is Jeremy. How you doing, Jeremy?
I'm good, I guess.
That it?
Yeah, I mean, what
Was
do you want me
that
to say? I'm as good as a pair of Puma sneakers. There, how's that?
That seems bad. That's of poor quality.
Only an idiot would buy these.
Well, on this episode, we watched a wonderful Jean-Claude Van Damme movie. And I know what you're thinking. Oh, was it Bloodsport? No. Was it
You're probably thinking, why is Ryan
Hard
mentioning
Target?
movies when I can just look at the title and see what the movie is?
No. Was it Kickboxer?
You're probably wondering if
No.
Ryan should go to the hospital.
Was it Knockoff? Yes.
Only an idiot would buy these.
So we watched Knockoff. It stars Jean-Claude Van Damme. Oh, it's from 1998, right?
Yes.
So it stars Jean-Claude Van Damme and, unfortunately, Rob Schneider.
No sudden moves!
I got her! What did you do? She's a cop! She's a cop?
Also, how do you say her name? Lela Rochon?
Maybe Lela.
Lela Rochon. Oh, and then also I'll say his name right, Paul Sorvino,
Close.
which is kind of crazy, right?
I mean, not really. I'm sure, he needs money like anybody else. Paul Sorvino's been in bad movies before.
All right, so you want to explain what happens in this fucking crazy-ass movie?
So these Russian guys are smuggling watch battery explosives through shitty knockoff fashion products in Hong Kong. And they want to blow up the world or whatever. And a couple of fashion designer guys get mixed up into it. One of them's Jean-Claude Van Damme, and the other one is Rob Schneider. But then it turns out that Rob Schneider is actually a CIA agent, and he's using Jean-Claude Van Damme's shitty fashionista contacts to infiltrate the Russian terrorism plot. And also Jean-Claude Van Damme knows martial arts for no reason at all, just because he does.
Well, his stunt double does.
Well, he does too, but...
Yeah, but,
And also Paul Sorvino is there. What'd you think about the movie?
I thought it was great.
It's okay.
It's pretty good. I thought it was going to be a huge pile of dog shit. And it turned out that it was. But it was really fun to look at, and it didn't smell so bad.
I couldn't tell if that was the durian or Rob Schneider.
Yeah, man. He fucking stinks like all the time.
Get your head on and get to work! I'm not paying you peanuts! Get going! Get on it! I'm late.
How much money do you think they had to pay Rob Schneider to come in and do ADR to add more jokes?
At 11:50, we had a design meeting. At noon
Can of tuna fish
p.m., we had a
opened.
with
Earlier, you almost said like Buddy Cop.
I looked up immediately what year Rush Hour came out. Same year, by the way.
Holy shit.
This felt like they saw Rush Hour and was like, well, we got to quick do a knockoff of Rush Hour. But who do we got available? Jackie Chan's busy. We got Jean-Claude Van Damme. Okay, great. And who do we got instead of Chris Tucker?
It's the shit.
Oh.
It's shit.
Holy fuck, dude. You just blew my mind.
How?
Dude, that is what this is. It's like, okay, we have a martial arts guy, and then we have a big air quotes comedian.
Yeah.
Let's have them talk shit to each other. But in Jean-Claude Van Damme's contract, we can't make fun of the way he talks, okay?
You think?
Well, I mean, Jackie Chan, he's all like, do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth and shit, right?
Oh, and they never had one of those
They
moments.
never
Yeah.
did that.
Beverage. And by the way, it is no scumbag, okay? He's my family. It is no scumbag. He's family.
So Stephen E. D'Souza wrote this movie, and so you got to know it's going to be high quality, witty banter between these two guys because, he's the guy from 48 Hours and Die Hard and everything else.
Dude.
Commando.
For real.
Do you think this was something that Stephen E. D'Souza was just like, oh, whatever. I'll just...
Yeah, it kind of felt like some shit he slapped together over a weekend. I mean, the plot, the way they want you to feel about the plot. They want you to feel like, like this is a fucking like 3-layer cake, boys. Like, are you ready to have your mind blown at every fucking turn when people get stabbed in the back and you fucking find out, oh, fucking Lela Rochon, she's a bad guy. And then literally 5 minutes later, no, she's also in the CIA and they're friends and now they're cool. It's this plot that wants you to think that it's more complex than it is. I'm totally down for Jean-Claude Van Damme being funny. Not Rob Schneider, though. I can't go that far.
I couldn't go for Rob Schneider doing judo throws and kicking people around like, you know, he could actually kick people around.
Dude, he's machete proof, though.
I swear I thought they were just iron bars.
It looked like a fucking machete to me. And they hit him in the back like 5 or 6 times. And he just went,
Maybe they were just knockoff machetes or something.
That's got to be it.
I don't know. Do you think there's some sort of hidden political message in this somewhere?
Yeah. Every once in a while, they keep cutting into, this is the end of England. Was it England? It's England, right?
Yeah, the British are finally getting their asses out of Hong Kong. Finally.
Yeah, and they're giving it back to China. And isn't that great?
Yeah, we can actually start making quality jeans again.
It's ridiculous. Okay, do we handle the plot or do we need more plot?
That's basically it. The CIA is using Jean-Claude Van Damme as a pawn to get to Skinny,
want Eddie Wang. They want Eddie Wang.
But Eddie Wang works for Skinny. Skinny is the dude who employs Eddie Wang. He's the head of operations.
The whole movie is a fucking double cross.
Eddie Wang is Jean-Claude Van Damme's adopted
brother.
Okay, so Skinny is
fat. No, I just got it. I just remembered. Eddie Wang is cousins with Skinny, who's part of the 5 families or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what it is. Because they're talking about some shit towards the beginning. And he's like, no, you can't work with him. He's like a big mob boss or whatever. And Jean-Claude Van Damme is like, no, he's just cousins with the mob boss. So, you know, no big deal.
Yeah, I really don't think there's much else to the plot. I was honestly just trying to decipher what was going on a lot of the time.
Well, I think I have like a pretty good understanding of the plot now. And like now that
it's over, yeah.
But then every character is like, you find out that they work for somebody else, and then maybe you find out they work for a different person again. Except for Jean-Claude Van Damme. He's always basically just an idiot the whole time.
He really is too. Like, there's a couple of moments in the movie where like things are abundantly clear to everybody, and he's still like, huh?
You were with him when he was executed.
Executed. Executed? Why? What did you say? Executed?
What the fuck, man?
This movie's fucking crazy, dude. Did you just climb up that?
Yeah.
Execution means he died on purpose. Yeah. How did you know? Oh, yeah. Also, the way he was killed was fucking awesome.
Well, wait, hold on. We'll get to that in a minute. Just to tie up the thing about the plot confusion, it's not that the plot was overly complex or that there were so many twists and turns that it was hard to follow. It's literally because, as you said earlier, the way this thing is shot, it diverts your attention. The director, Hark Tsui, he's steeped in Chinese action martial arts movies. Like, that's his entire background. And if you watch this thing, it is shot so, like, all of these, like, wide-angle close-ups and, like, basically everything is an event. A guy putting on a pair of shoes is an event. I knew they were going to do it. I knew it. Oh, and they went back out too. Okay.
It feels like a really shit Edgar Wright movie. There's that thing at the beginning when they're using some transmitter to like...
It's a Nokia cell phone.
Well, no, it's not a transmitter. They're like, they're snooping on like a fucking surveillance camera or some shit.
Okay.
And it like travels through the internet.
Yeah.
Or whatever or wherever the fuck, like through the airwaves. And it's like, am I a ghost?
I was really afraid at one point we were going to have to like travel through Rob Schneider's digestive tract. Like he was going to eat a dumpling and it was just going to follow it through. I really didn't.
And it's just this fucking body horror shot going down his esophagus into his stomach.
Yeah, it comes down his pant leg.
It's cool stuff.
Dude, I mean, it might be a little too early for this, but I was going to say that this is my favorite part of the movie.
Man.
That's what I like about the movie. Just the general cinematography. It's what made it watchable for me.
It's great.
Because this could have been horribly boring.
No, man, I was locked in like the whole time. It probably took like 3/4 of the movie to be like, okay, I should stop trying to care what the fuck is going on.
Yeah.
What did I had like 2 or 3 things going on in my head. One was, how many times did they say knockoff in the movie?
You're the king of knockoffs.
And what was it, like fucking like 15 times? Something like that? It's ridiculous.
I don't want to do a counter.
Gotta do a counter. I'll do a counter.
I don't.
I'll grab all the clips.
Okay.
And then the other thing was pointing out every time it was a Jean-Claude Van Damme stunt double. I kind of liked his hair, though. A pretty nifty haircut.
All right. You also liked it whenever he kept taking his shirt off, too.
What?
It's fine. I accept you the way you are.
That's not... No, dude. I already explained why I wanted him to remain in his underpants.
Yeah, and I told you I accepted your explanation. It's fine.
Yeah, because he's fucking smoking hot, bro.
Yeah, okay. He's the Brussels from Muscles.
That sounds right. Nice.
All right, so I already said my favorite thing, so you go ahead and say, what did you like about the movie so much?
Man, the thing that I kept being engaged by really was just the creativity of the camera work. Like, I don't mean to just like ape off of you, but if it didn't do that stuff, I don't think the movie could have relied on the fucking witty repartee of Rob Schneider and Jean-Claude Van Damme.
God, no. I'm glad they didn't have more of it in there, because that's kind of what I was expecting. As soon as I saw who was in the movie, I thought it was going to be like every other thing is going to be Rob Schneider like improvising some sort of funny line, which I know, dude, the fucking Sean Connery impression, he wanted to do that. There was no reason why they would even put that line in there. It made no sense at all.
Hey, look, I hear you like 007.
Just the ones with Sean Connery.
It's not a good impression either.
The only impression he does well is a really insulting Asian guy impression, which he didn't do in this movie, strangely enough.
Holy shit.
Maybe he was afraid he was going to get his ass kicked.
I'm surprised there wasn't some sort of scene where he walks up to someone and says, "Making copies." I'm sure no one remembers that.
You Can Do It hadn't happened yet up to that point. So
No, not yet.
he was still searching for something. I'll tell you, my least favorite part of the movie was the part whenever they tried to make you think for a couple of seconds that he and Lela Rochon were going to do it. Because
yeah, you were getting pretty bothered by that.
He blew up, but you know, shit.
this is fucking terrible, dude. I'm mad now.
Yeah,
I fucking hate this movie.
I'm not saying you're wrong for being like bothered by it, because I didn't like where I thought it was going either.
I'm going to knock points off my total score by the end for that also.
If there was one very specific thing, it's absolutely how Eddie dies. It's fucking awesome.
Another favorite part of this movie is the fact that Paul Sorvino is virtually bomb-proof.
Dude, he's acid-proof. He's bomb proof.
Yeah.
There's probably something else. He's 100 proof.
He had to be.
The whole
through
fucking
most
movie?
of the filming, I'm sure. I'm waiting for the sequel where he just comes back. He's just fine.
Yeah, he probably is still alive.
So they're trying to wrap up the movie, though, and 2 hours later, for some reason, Paul Sorvino, who you thought was just exploded, he's dressed like fucking Anthony Hopkins at the end of fucking...
Yeah, and he's just putting tiny bombs in like a tiny like shit Godzilla toy. Clearly a knockoff.
And then, like, for no reason, they just have this Bugs Bunny ending where Wily Van Damme sits on the fucking plunger and explodes Paul Sorvino from across town. You go first. What would you rate the movie?
Okay, out of 5.
And would you recommend it also?
Would I recommend this movie? Yes, I really would. I mean, we watched it and neither of us like Rob Schneider. It was fun. It was entertaining. It was, I wouldn't say clever, especially like the script, but I didn't feel like I was being beaten over the head with like any particular message. Like, I didn't feel like I was really being that challenged either when it came to like the storytelling. It all seemed secondary to, hey, here's some crazy shit. And there's green flames.
Okay.
What more can you ask for?
So what does that get? Well, I wanted to see Jean-Claude Van Damme dance at least once. That didn't happen. So.
Well, then it's going to lose another point. Sorry.
What would you rate it?
Man, I'd really hate to give it a 4.
Okay.
I would watch this movie again. That's the thing. I think if I wouldn't watch it again, I would definitely have to rate it lower. But I could see like having some people around or whatever and watching this with other people. And they're like, yeah, I know who Jean-Claude Van Damme is. Oh, I've heard of Rob Schneider. They're in a movie together.
Finally.
Yeah. After all these years, my life is complete.
You still haven't given it a rating.
I know, man, because it's hard. Because I want to just say 4, but I can't do that. In good conscience, I can't do that because it's not really that good. I gotta go 3.5. I'll go 3.5. It was fun. I was entertained. It completely decimated my expectations of what the hell it was gonna be. I think my expectations would have been higher going in if I knew that Stephen E. D'Souza wrote it. But not knowing that, I was like, this is going to be fucking garbage. And it wasn't. It was pretty fucking good, man. So 3.5, yeah.
So wait, 3.5. Okay. All right, well, good. I would also recommend Knock Off to people to watch. It probably would be better as like a party movie. And I'm gonna give it a 2.5.
Ooh. That's not that bad, I guess. You got to take off the point because he doesn't dance.
I took off the point because of the completely unbelievable... Rob Schneider should have known as soon as those handcuffs came on that it was a setup. You know you're Rob Schneider. How can you be this fucking stupid? How many times do you think he's been set up in his life where, like, he's been handcuffed by a beautiful woman and then it ends up not being the thing that he... I'm just saying, he should have had prior knowledge that he was being set up.
Yeah, I don't think he's ever been handcuffed by a beautiful woman and then woke up with his wallet.
Yeah, 2.5, I'm sticking by it. If he wasn't in the movie, like, let's say... they would have gave it to anybody else. Who's another big, you know what? You know who would have been? Chris Elliott. Put Chris Elliott in this movie.
Oh, fuck, dude.
He would have been a good foil for Jean-Claude Van Damme.
Dude, that would have been even better.
It's wishful thinking. Maybe if they ever do a sequel, they get Paul Sorvino back. Is he alive?
I think so.
Yes, he's still alive. So there's still hope.
Hey, and I know one thing for sure. Jean-Claude Van Damme needs the money. So, come on. Have you seen the recent movies that he's in?
No, you told me that one was good.
Which one? No, JCVD? Yeah, JCVD is good.
So, Hark Tsui did one other American film aside from Knockoff, and it was the year before, and that was Double Team, which is the one with Jean-Claude Van Damme and Dennis
That's
Rodman.
right.
And have you seen Double Team? I never did, because I just assumed it was bad. But after watching Knockoff, I kind of want to see it now.
I kind of want to watch it too.
I wonder if it, is on the same level as far as, direction goes, because apparently all the critics hated both of the movies, though, so he said, fuck you guys, and he went back to Hong Kong. And according to Wiki, he's viewed as a major figure in the golden age of Hong Kong cinema and is regarded by critics as one of the masters of Asian cinematography. I mean, it looked good to a decadent degree. Like, he was filming the shit out of everything.
Oh, yeah. Especially when Eddie blew up. I had fun.
I'm going to, and I would urge everybody else to go out and try to find more of these Hark Tsui movies, because at the very least, they're not going to be boring.
If any of them are at least just as good as this movie, I would definitely watch one.
Well, are we done with the podcast?
yeah.
Because I gotta go,
Okay,
because
yeah.
I heard that they're just coming out with the new pair of Pumas, and I really got to get my hands on them.
Dude,
I got a rickshaw race coming up that I need to train for.
you need those Pumas for that rickshaw race.
Okay, thanks for listening. If you like this stuff, then please subscribe and follow, and check the links in the description and all that other stuff. Thanks a lot. Bye!
It's a knockoff.
So